Hello. Please turn up the volume of your device. Take a deep breath, sit back, and listen carefully. My name is SusanKelly, and I'm here to help you beat bulimia for good. I've suffered from bulimia for close to 3 years, and today I live a life completely free from all the binging and purging. Trust me, it's amazing. I know exactly how you feel, and I promise I'm going to help you put all this behind you like a bad dream and be free forever. You deserve to live life to the fullest, don't you? Bulimia is something that other people don't understand, but for you it's real, maybe the only real thing in your life. It seems hopeless. It seems like you have no escape, and it all seems to be getting worse. No matter what people tell you, remember that bulimia is not something a crazy, stupid person does. It's a disease. Fortunately, it can be tackled. I've battled bulimia for years, and trust me, it was a living hell. I hated myself for throwing up each and every day, and I'd promised myself that I'd stop the next day, but I failed. Every single time. And the worst part was that all the shame and guilt kept piling up. It was literally sucking the life out of me, and I was sick and tired of living like this. I finally made up my mind, and I remember saying this out loud. I want to be free, and I will be free. I opened up to my best friend, who was very supportive, loving, and sweet. She convinced me to get help, and I was soon visiting support groups, therapists, and doctors. Opening up to a whole bunch of new people wasn't an easy task. I considered abandoning treatment a lot of times because I had a fear of being judged. In spite of all the difficulties, I still continued. Not because I wanted to, but because my friend forced me to. It took me months to see any real progress. I still remember, back in 2010, when I went without binging or purging for one straight week, and I felt extremely happy. Seeing no circles on my calendar for 1 week was the best thing that had happened to me in a long time. I was now quite sure that this was all over forever. However, I was still afraid of a relapse and was very cautious about what I did for the next few months. It was the summer of 2011, and my disorder was now just a ghost of my past. I was experiencing complete and beautiful freedom, something which I hadn't experienced in a long time. Since then, I've been studying about the disorder and helping patients and their families locally. What you need to do right now is stop. "15 seconds. That's all. Take a deep breath and imagine. 1 month from now, you could be well on your way to a life without this binging, purging crap. Because no matter how you try to put it, this condition is hurting you. Badly. Each and every day, you go through a very personal hell that no one should ever experience. And yes, it is possible. You can put all this behind you like a bad dream and be free. The journey might take a little while, true, but you can make the first step right away. Not 1 year from now, not a month, not a week, but in this very instant. I know a lot of you would not admit having the disorder, because it just doesn't seem like one to you, does it? That's the reason I've developed this do-it-yourself module, which you can use at the comfort of your house, without having to face all the shame of opening up to support groups or therapists. I know talking makes it better, but be honest. Do you really want to talk about it? Here's what a bulimia-free life feels like. No more shame or guilt. No more sore throat or disgusting smells. No more scarring or menstrual problems. No more dehydration or dizziness. No more worries, stress, or anxiety. And the best of all, no more laxatives. Sounds a bit surreal at this point, doesn't it? How would you even start? Introducing Overcome Bulimia, the complete Bulimia Nervosa treatment guide. It is the guide that will simply get you there, just like that. It contains all the advice you need, from what to do right away in order to keep the binging purging safe, how to step out of this whole mess, how to avoid a relapse, and how to become that you that simply doesn't need to binge purge. Inside it, you will find the aggregate experience of countless bulimia sufferers that managed to push out of it, the voices of experts ranging from the medical field to the spiritual. All of it cut down, distilled, and rearranged with a unique goal in mind: to help you be free. By now, you have probably figured out that I've been where you are. But just to make it crystal clear, this guide wasn't written to shame you or induce guilt. As a matter of fact, you'll find it to be one of the most non-judgmental books you'll ever read. I'm here to help you, not to judge you. I don't like beating around the bush. The tone is crisp, concise, and to the point. I want you to beat bulimia ASAP. So, how does this guide help you? 1. Step out of the binge-purge cycle. There are several techniques you can try, and I can assure you that they work. 2. Learn the truth about your condition. This guide explains in detail what bulimia truly is without using fancy terms. 3. Learn about the real triggers like disappointment, guilt, and shame, and how to overcome them. 4. Avoid relapse. There's no judgment. Only practical advice that you can use right away. 5. Understand and accept yourself. 6. Learn to set goals and achieve them. 7. Become free of bulimia. And by free, I mean truly free. No battling to stay out of it. 8. A private way to deal with it. Ideally, support from the family and/or therapist is great, but sharing the shame isn't exactly easy. There are ways to deal with this problem on your own. 9. What comes after you're cured? You'll want to stay fit, be happy and healthy, and you might even want to have a baby. So, how much does this guide cost? Truth be told, the times are anything but easy. Money is hard to come by, and it can be spent in a flash. That's why I'm not asking you for an arm or a leg. Sure, it took a lot of time and effort, and not to mention the emotional distress of revisiting not-so-pleasant memories. But the one person that matters is you. I want you to take this information and use it to free yourself. I want you to become happy and comfortable with yourself. I want you to be able to afford it. This is why Overcome Bulimia, the complete Bulimia Nervosa treatment guide, only costs $49.97. But it's not all. I know that you tend to believe that this guide can help. But I want you to be certain. This is why this guide comes with a guarantee attached. You have 60 days at your disposal to read it, use it, and get the best of it. If at any point you feel that it's not working, you can send me an email and you'll get your money back. No uncomfortable questions, no endless forms, just a straight refund. I promise. It's been made easy for you because there's a lot at stake here. Remember that the sky seems really dark when you're at the bottom of a well. You can climb out of this hole on your own. Note, after completing the transaction, you'll receive a download link right away. You are literally seconds away from the first step that will lead you to a better life. It won't be easy. Nothing truly ever is. But at the end of the road, it all gets better. I know that for a fact. Don't hesitate. Don't falter. Act now. See you on the other side. SusanKelly.